Welcome back to the Margaret River Pro Stop 4 on the Championship Tour. We've just seen the Jeep Ratings leader, John Florence, progress ahead of Jack Freestone. We've got another big heat hitting the lineup now.
Jay Daves, Jack Robson, all these boys. And I try to learn a little bit.
Who do you watch though for goofy footers?
Both the start and the finish had complicated little moments, but he handled them both. And that transition from tippy toes to under was great.
Yeah, that was a crazy one. There was a late drop and boom.
No room for error at all.
Yeah, look, there's almost lay back.
He was right on that high part, wasn't he? Sorry.
Yeah. I think we can make that wave with a goofy footer, you know. Wow. It's hard. Yeah.
One thing I'm loving is the drone perspective, because you get to see all those little steps from the bottom. When you're paddling into the wave, how clear is the reef just below the surface?
It's so shallow. Yeah, you can see all the rocks. Yeah, and sometimes it's scary.
Every time.
Yeah.
There's so many waves like this over here too in the southwest, Barton. We had a surf the other day.
Half the size and half the wave. Seabass on a big one. We've talked about it already. Their ability to control the wipeout and manage those wipeouts is as much a part of being a great surfer today, because it allows you to put yourself in those situations that mere mortals cannot.
Commitment is key to success. If you're uncommitted, you're going to get pitched. Here we go. Jeremy Flores using priority on this one. It's a beautiful, clean wave. Negotiates those steps, those tricky little details at the end of these rides very well. 3.67 was Sebastian Zietz's highest ride. We'll see where this one falls.
And a more or less 16-minute wait for that ride. And it didn't look that big. And the positioning, though, and the timing, as we expect from Jeremy, was absolutely beautiful. You'd imagine somewhere it's quite similar to Seabass's. Maybe Seabass's was more difficult.
Yeah.
With the drop was way more difficult, wasn't it?
But you saw the end of the wave with Jeremy, the step.
Yeah.
So this is hard to make it. See? Right now. Boom.
Oh, yeah, just sort of sucked his board down,
Yeah.
So you would think that, Seabass will have the advantage on that exchange, and it was a long time to wait for that wave.
This is the one for Sebastian Zietz. Find his way through. And this is going to be the wave of the heat so far for sure. A bigger wave. That's the one that Jeremy would have wanted to wait for. But you must get antsy with priority sitting more than halfway through a heat without catching a ride.
It was a good one. And I thought it was the Jeremy's wave, but
he only needed to wait another couple of minutes, one more minute or whatever, and he had it.
Just one more minute.
Yeah.
The positioning spot on, Barton, from the takeoff.
Beautiful deep. It wasn't an easy exit either. Let's have a look at this water angle. Is low. Oh, the bottom falls out. He had that arm firmly implanted in that wave face to stall and to get him as deep as he can. You'll see that here. The arm goes in. He's dragging that arm. He's stalling himself to get as deep as he can from that sort of little ramp that's behind this wedge, and then the wedge starts to throw and he's just perfectly positioned. Oh, that's got to feel good. Ooh. And out he comes.
Back to live action now. 12 minutes ago, Flores taken off deep, and according to Strider, this is Jeremy's first session out here at the box. So rode his first wave successfully for just a 2.33, but it was smaller and a little easy. This one, he didn't quite complete the ride, and again, didn't get particularly deep. So maybe just that inexperience in this lineup on show. We know Sebastian Zietz has done plenty of time surfing out here. Surfers are a long way off the beach, tackling reefs like this. Sebastian Zietz locked in. He'll say goodbye to the 3.67 and make life very difficult for the Frenchman. Flores is potentially going to be comboed here. That was a solid barrel ride. Another clean exit, despite the fact that there's those little steps to negotiate. Leave how close that lip came to getting you in the head. And like you said, you're blind to that because you're on the backhand, and really you're just focusing on avoiding that. So I guess, it was already a victory getting past that lip hitting you in the head.
Even if you didn't make it.
Exactly.
100%.
But here we go, back out into the lineup we go. Jeremy Flores had this one to try and get himself in this heat. Big barrel, a lot of steps to negotiate, and Jeremy trips down the staircase at the end of this one.
Stands tall, love that little moment, that little claim. But he said we've seen him have that difficulty on the exit because it is so complicated. Because I think you most probably figure when you've made the drop and you've pulled out and you're coming out of the tube that the hard work is done.
Gabriel Medina is 100% one of the best backhand tube riders we've ever seen. Yep. And he's got a big task out there in the next heat, taking on Kaio Abeli. This one is coming to a close. And Sebastian Zietz doing enough. His last 2 rides were his best, a 7 and a 6.87. And Jeremy Flores is out of the event after finishing second over there at stop number 3.